So the very first thing you need to do is you need to understand what kind of problems are going to arise as the recession is starting. And the very first thing that pops into my head is that a lot of companies are going to start cutting budgets, meaning they are going to lay people off and they are not going to be able to afford as many services as they used to pay for. So now we need to find a solution for this, and the solution that I think is the best in this case is creating digital products that can do the same things as these services to a certain extent for a fraction of a cost. I know that sounded maybe a little bit complicated, but let me give you a very simple example. So let's say a company has a graphic designer and they were paying, let's say, $1,000 per month to create designs for social media. However, now because of the recession, they're not able to afford, they have to do cuts and they have to fire this designer, but they still need something for their social media. So what you can do is you can create social media templates where this company just takes these templates, they put in their own images, their own text, whatever it is, and they can post that on their social media, and that might cost them only $40. So it really costs only fraction of the cost, and obviously it's not going to be as good as having a graphic designer that is specifically doing graphic designs for their social media. But again, as I said at the beginning, it's what you can do that costs fraction of the cost, because everyone is going to be about saving that money, and it can still bring in good results even if the results are not as good as it would be with that specific service. So really this kind of principle can be applied for pretty much anything out there. If let's say a company is doing email marketing, you can create email sequences that they can just take and apply those in their email campaigns. That again is something that is going to cost very little for them and can bring fairly good results. Instead of landing page optimization, you can create landing page templates that companies can just take and apply those themselves. Instead of text message marketing, you can just create text messages that again companies can just take, change the text, change the product, and send those out. There are honestly a lot of different ways how you can find digital products. I have made a video before, so I will link that, check it out if you want. But because of the recession, I think this is the best opportunity right now, because as I mentioned, a lot of people are going to look for new different ways how they can lower their budget, and more people are going to turn from services to digital pre-made products. So what is the action plan here? First of all, you want to find services that are most likely to get canceled first, that companies are going to reject first when they need to save on their budgets. And then you need to figure out how you can turn that service, how you can package it into a digital product. So you can most likely sort of reverse engineer of what exactly is happening. You can see how many job postings there are, how many people are applying for a certain position, and what are the job postings that companies don't really post that much anymore. And you can look in the past data what kind of services demand decreased the most during a recession. So once you find these services and you start creating these digital products, I would say one thing to keep in mind is that you don't have to deliver 100% of what a service would deliver. Obviously, a specific service is going to be much better than just a digital product that can be for anyone out there. However, what you want to target to, you want to create something that would bring in around 80% of the results and would really cost only a fraction of the costs and would be very simple to use, so any company can really take your product and apply it. And why I think that especially during recession this is a great opportunity is because a lot of people are going to get laid off because of the recession, and what that means to you is that talent is going to become a lot cheaper. So designers, writers, researchers, everyone who you need to create digital products, all of those costs are going to go down. However, the demand for digital products, as I explained, is going to rise because companies are going to look how they can save up money, and digital products replacing services is one of the main ways. And when it comes to prices, the prices are probably going to stay exactly the same. So you got less of a cost to create digital products, more demand, and same costs. Okay, a little self-plug, make sure to check out my Instagram for some very actionable and quick growth hacks, and my Twitter as well, and check out some of my websites down below. By the way, I know I talked about just doing this for companies, but it doesn't have to be just business to business. You can actually do the same thing for regular people as well, because let's be honest, during recession, everyone is going to try and save money, or at least most of the people. Let's say, for example, someone had a personal coach, and now because of the recession, they're trying to save money. They will not be able to afford a personal coach anymore. So what you can do is you can package up a workout routine that they can purchase, and obviously again, it's not as good as a personal trainer, but still it can help them out with their workouts. Another example would be, let's say you have a life coach, and once again you can't really afford a life coach anymore during recession. So what you can do is you can create a document that basically has sort of the main points. It has the manual, what are certain steps that someone can take in order to sort out their life, to better their life, and you can sell that as a digital product, as an alternative for a life coach service. So basically that is the phase number one. You want to really dial into this because it's just such a great opportunity, because there isn't as much competition yet, and the demand, as I said, is going to be rising a lot during recession. So you want to dial in and make as much money with that as possible. However, obviously you want to invest that money as much as you can back into the business, but if you have some money that you can't invest right away back into the business, then what you want to do is the phase two. What you want to do then, you want to invest that money into stocks, into crypto. Obviously you don't want to invest everything into crypto just in case, into real estate, all of these kind of things that are going downhill right now, that the price is lowering, because based on history, after every recession, markets go up again. So now if you have the money, then you are in a position to buy things for very cheap price, and then they are going to level up, the prices are going to increase again. So now you need to be able to buy as much as possible, and a lot of people are not going to be in position where they have the money to do so. That's why I explained the first phase first, because that's I think the easiest way now to dial in and make as much money as possible. And I would say just grind it out for the next couple of years, and then with the money that you're not reinvesting into the business right away, make sure to buy assets that have depreciated right now and they're going to increase after the recession is over. So hope you find this useful. If you're interested in digital products, do check out all of the links. I have some freebies, I have some free tutorials, all that kind of good stuff. As I mentioned, make sure to check out my Instagram and my Twitter. If you have any questions, do let me know down below in the description. If you found this useful, make sure to smash the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, put on those notifications. Stay awesome, and I'll see you soon.